Partridge Family star has been very open over the years about all of his ups and downs, including his high-profile arrest. There was one in 1990 for drugs and another for assault the following year. Danny's roller coaster bad boy lifestyle defined his reputation for some time, but he's not proud of the bad choices that led him to jail. So I asked Danny what it's really like for a star behind bars. What was it like that first time you ever walked into a cell? I mean, what's going through your mind the very first time you're in there, that door closes behind you, and you're looking around thinking, wow, I'm in a whole different world now?
Well, the first time I did it, and I don't want to glamorize anything by saying, oh, now I'm better, but I was a very young man. I probably weighed 30 pounds less than I do now. It was abject horror and fear. I'm going into a jail with criminals that could hurt me, and they looked like, in this particular holding tank, they looked like the holding tank you see in the movies, with very bad men. That has never been the case before or since. There's 3 guys that really look like they're not that mobile. But this was scary and really frightening. And then, and no offense to the cops, you get what you deserve if you break the law. And if I'm pointing my finger at myself this time, they turned on the news really loud about me being in jail, which got all the other people in jail, got all their attention. And there's one thing you don't want to be in jail, and that would be the center of attention.
And there's so much that happened to you at that time. I mean, obviously, you paid a high price for those arrests, and I hear you taking responsibility for it all.
You know,
but you
well,
lost
thank you for saying that.
But you lost your jobs. You lost relationships. They suffered as well. But what was the worst part of the whole experience for you?
I'll be honest with you, because I was ashamed, so shame is a pretty bad thing. It was a huge embarrassment. It was an embarrassing arrest. But the fact that I'd gotten it back, I was doing really well, and I live in constant fear since they took my house away after the Partridge Family, that they're going to take it away again. And instead of taking it away, I gave it to them. I lost my job, so I lost all that. And I got to tell you, because it was a particularly humiliating arrest, Howard Stern, although being funny, really pointed out how embarrassing this was. So I walked around really humiliated, and I like any monicum of fame that I have. I really, I'm sorry if this makes me shallow. I want to be famous. I'm one of the few people that will admit it. It's like being something bad. I'm sorry. Being famous is really fun. And instead of, I became a pariah. I became something to point and laugh at, and that was horrifying for me.
So being the famous guy in that jail, was that better or worse for you, do you think?
By far worse. Because, well, let me tell you as fast as I can. If I go too long, tell me. Sean Penn is the only celebrity I know that did this. He got arrested for something, and rightly so. Do you remember 25 years ago, he was acting like a jerk, and he went to jail. They put him in real jail, and he said, I want to go out to general population, on the yard. Man, did he find out in a hurry that was a bad idea. He came banging on the sergeant's windows saying, please put me back in solitary. A celebrity in jail is treated like somebody that murdered somebody. Wow. Not bad, but you have to keep them away from general pop. You can't, the government is responsible for your safety, and really a celebrity, 90% of convicts are mostly going to think, how cool is this guy, for the best of it. But 10%, and the dangerous 10%, are going to think, that guy's head is a trophy, and I want it on my mantelpiece. And the guy that wants your trophy, he's going to get it.
There is no question, Danny, you are a different person now than you were then. What's the biggest way that your time behind bars changed you as a person?
I don't know that it was my time behind bars. Something very interesting happened. A judge in Phoenix, and this is 25 years ago or something like that. I remember his name, but I don't know if he wants it used. But he was a Harvard-educated judge, and he asked me to write him. Well, he didn't ask me. He told me to write him once a week. And when I wrote him once a week, I kind of started to like it. I have a super educated friend in a job of power and dignity, and so my time was up and I didn't have to write him anymore. But something neat happened one day, and I wrote him a little letter, and he wrote back saying, we are not friends. I'm the judge who sentenced you. Now your sentence is up. Please discontinue writing me. And that really hurt my feelings. I thought we'd become pals.
Well, reality does have a way of setting in sometimes.
It does. You know, you cross certain lines, and first of all, it'd probably be bad for his job, and he probably didn't hang around with a guy like me. I was a pretty awful person. I just wasn't mean or cruel, but I was a criminal. No two ways about it.